My name is Drew Land. Welcome to my vlog, Equipping You for a Meaningful Life. I am in the middle of helping you to create a life plan. This is something that you desperately need if you want a meaningful life. Go back to the previous vlogs over the last few weeks and watch those. Get up to speed with us so that you can start to create a life plan for your own life. In a moment, I'm going to help you to define now your purpose. Dream on purpose, live with purpose. Now we're going to define our purpose in a life plan. Subscribe below if you haven't yet done so. Just push that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and keep up with what I'm bringing you every single week. I'm helping you to build a life that is meaningful. Now, we've been speaking about creating a life plan. If you haven't done so yet, you need to go to drewland.org and download the PDF. At this moment, it is still for free. Over the next few weeks, it's free. Download it and then do a couple of the activities so that this particular video will make sense to you. The activities you'll need to do are to prioritize your active values and your aspired values, those two things. Your active and aspired. Aspired values are the long-term values that you have for your life, like a meaningful life or a strong family bond, the stuff that really matters for the long haul. The active values are those values that help to shape your everyday decisions and your behavior, your actions. If you'll do these values well, you'll achieve these values. That's the idea. You'll need to know what your top 5 are in each of those lists in order for you to find the words, the language to create your life plan. So we've already spoken about dreaming on purpose, living on purpose. That's where we did our values. Now we want to actually define that purpose.
Sometimes what inspires you isn't what you end up doing. It's about finding your purpose.
Thank you.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Finding your purpose. And remember, it's not about you.
If you remember, I said your life is like an orange. It's made up of these different slices, and we want to get all the juices from that orange, from your life, from each of those areas as well. You need to decide what are those particular areas of your life. Like for me, parenting is one of those areas. I mean, I'm the dad of 5 kids, so I want to do that really well. So parenting is going to be one of my slices, one of the things I look at. Marriage is going to be one of the things I look at. It might be personal growth for you, it might be finances, it might be your hobbies, it might be recreation. And I gave you a list of those in that PDF if you'll download that can help you to define them. Now, I don't think you should choose more than 8. It's a little bit hard to keep up with more than that. So 8 is a good number, so you have to decide which ones you really want to focus on in the next season of your life. Choose 8, write those down. There's an activity in there that can help you do that in the PDF. Write those down, and now for each of those you're going to create a purpose statement and then a vision statement. Your purpose statement is going to be based on your active values, the everyday actions that you do. So you're going to look at your top 5, and then you're going to define in that particular area what actions you believe you want to base your life on, the convictions, the behavior every single day that you know will help you to succeed in that area. Let me give you an example from my own one around parenting. Here's what I wrote. I am called to be a gracious, loving father, like my Father in heaven, to intentionally show love and care for my children through time, touch, and tangible acts of heartfelt engagement. I am to point them to their own relationship with God by first being an example of a passionate lover of God, and second, sharing the wonderful ways of God with them. So you can see some of my active values coming out there, like love and gracious. And I built that, and I wrote that a few years ago. I redid my life plan. I had one when we first got married, and I redid it because your life changes and seasons change. So you'll want to update them. And so that's an example of my purpose in my parenting slice. Now, I have a purpose statement for my marriage and for all the different other areas that are important to me. You will want to have a purpose statement, something that you intentionally think through. It'll take you probably about an hour to do a purpose statement and a vision statement for each of those areas. So you need to block out some time, by the way. Also, you then want to write a vision statement. Now, the vision statement is built on your aspired values. That's the long-term values that you have for your life. So look at your top 5, consider what those top 5 are. Now think of your parenting slice or whatever slice you're working on, and try to think of it through the lenses of those top 5 aspired values. Let me give you an example of my vision around my parenting. I want to one day sit around the dining room table with my children and their spouses and their children, and the conversation will be all about what God is doing in their lives. All of them will be serving Jesus, and He will be what we talk about more than anything else. So you're going to write a purpose statement and you're going to write a vision statement based on your active values, aspired values for each of the areas of your life. Thanks for subscribing. Please do that below. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I do a lot more other content. So I've got a blog that I do every single week. I post inspirational things on Instagram. So keep up with all that I'm doing, and I'd love to help you as much as I can. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.